different person is going to have the high score that night, and that's just I guess it's a good problem to have. But sometimes, we talked about when we get to tournament play, those close games, somebody's going to have to step up and take control.
We've just decided all of them are going to do it.
Well, hey, that sounds good to me.
That would be a really good thing to have.
Big game. We haven't obviously been on since the Chatham game. Went over there. Tell us a little bit about how that game went. And, Joey had a career night, 23 points, 7 3-pointers. I think 5 of those, or at least 5 or 4 or 5, was early in the game. And he really stepped up.
Yeah, well, he kept us in the game there early, and then we had some other guys step up at when they had to and hit shots. And the thing that they done, and they really hit the boards hard. I think Peyton Allen was something like 4 or 5 out of 15, but they had a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's an area that we got to clean up on and do better at. And we gave 6 offensive rebounds last night in the first quarter, and that's way too many. So we've got to work on that and try to do that because that's going to be a key for us going down the stretch.
Lincoln's setting right now 24-2 overall, 13-1 in the conference. Big game tonight, Coach. Tell us a little bit about Oswego. They're from around Rockford area?
Well, they're on the east side or west side of the suburbs. They're kind of just right out on the edge, but when you get out there on the edge, that's all growing up together. And it's a school of about 2,700 students, and it's a very big very big school. I went up last Friday night and I watched them play, and I'm glad I went. They're about a 500 basketball team, but they are a 4A school. They play in the Proviso tournament at Christmas. Their competition is very good, so we have to make sure that we're really ready and not let that record indicate what type of opponent Oswego is. So they start 3 sophomores, 6'4", 6'4", 6'7", but they're very well built. They're very active. They run the floor. They push the ball. They run and jump. They make a lot of things happen for that could create us problems if we're not prepared to play. So hopefully we'll have our fans out there to welcome them to central part of the state and send them home unhappy.
Well, only 2 more, including tonight, only 2 more home games, not including regionals. So I do encourage all Lincoln fans to get out and, support the kids because the season is winding down. And it's probably good to schedule a game like this towards the end of the year because you probably didn't get a whole lot out of last night's game. I mean, some kids got some time. It's always good to get some shots up. But the competition the next couple weeks is going to increase. And, when you get in a regional. So is it good? I mean, obviously it's good, but to schedule a tough game like this has to help the kids.
Well, I like our schedule, the way it falls out, compared to what Lanphier doesn't even play this weekend. So they've got about a 10, maybe even a 2-week layoff before they play again. And, any momentum or any rhythm that you have, you could lose. And, basketball is about rhythm and getting into the flow of things and playing together and being consistent. And I like playing. Our schedule benefits us. We have to play the Springfield schools late in the year because we play the outside schools first, so we can kind of get a seeding for the tournament that we have in January. So our tough competition is late at the end, and then I also like to play our 2 non-conference games here. We got Oswego tonight. Next Saturday we go to Moline. Both of them are 4A schools, and they create what we need going into the state tournament is teams that are very physical, because for some reason those guys in the stripes, they leave their whistles at home once the state tournament starts.
Jake, you got anything for Coach?
Well, I like the way he's talking state tournament right now.
Well, hey, you always got to look ahead.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm the playoffs, the regional. It takes a lot.
Regionals,
I don't
looking too far ahead.
Yeah, I have foggy memories of the shove out of bounds last year at the end of a game.
I remember that. And these guys behind you probably remember it too.
Well, speaking of the guys behind me, over my right shoulder, we got Tyler Horchem and Edward Bowlby to the left. Guys, I guess we better give him that mic there. Good morning, guys. Thanks for coming in. Look all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Tyler, starting with you, kind of give us a wrap-up how you're thinking. I know you kind of got a slow start this year shooting, and we all know you can shoot. Now you're starting to find your rhythm. Is it just something you work on in practice, or how? Just explain to the listeners, as a shooter, you're going to get slumps. How do you get out of that
Everybody
slump?
just says keep shooting. I keep shooting. Coach tells me to keep shooting. That's all you got to do.
Now, you've never seen a shot you don't like, have you?
Comnick says I get out of bed with my feet set, so.
Well, Comnick's the one to talk, so. But just kind of off the basketball, it seems that you just signed, you're playing baseball next year in college. It seemed was that I guess, a big lift off your chest after you signed, or you've committed to play baseball, and then it seems like you'll be able to just kind of relax a little bit out there, and that's when you really start hitting your shots.
It was good to get it out of the way and just play basketball, enjoy my senior year, have fun with these guys, and get it out of the way.
Right. Now they say it's the fastest 4 years of your life. Is that correct?
I mean, Coach Al always told us it's going to be here before you know it, and it has. It's flown by.
You got 2 more games tonight, and then the big one, February 28th, is going to be senior night. It won't be the last time you play at Roy S. Anderson because we have regionals, but what's that going to be like? I mean, obviously it's going to be a little emotional, but
it's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely nuts in there, and we're looking forward to it. We got 3 or 4 more games here we got to play before we get there, so just got to take those one at a time before we get there.
Before we hand the mic over to Edward, obviously we already talked about you're going to move on and play baseball at college. Where are you going, and what position, and what do you plan on doing there?
I'm going to go to John A. Logan in Carterville, Illinois, and play corner outfield spots for those guys. I only got 3 or 4 that are going down there, so I should have a good chance of starting.
Maybe, 2-sport athlete, play basketball too?
I don't think so. They got a basketball court at my apartment, but I don't think so.
Okay, that's all right. All right, we pass the mic over here to Bowlby. That's Edward Bowlby. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
Now this guy, he's got probably one of the prettiest shots I've ever seen. Do you agree, Jake? Besides you?
Well, one of I've watched a lot of basketball, but very
just smooth.
nice shot.
I mean, when it leaves his hand, you almost say that's going in.
One thing I want to ask you: what's your favorite court to shoot at in the Central State 8? Is it Roy S. or
ours? I would say, yeah, definitely.
Jacksonville's pretty good.
I was going to say, it seems like he's chucked up some shots and had a couple real good games at some other courts.
So you're saying he's a chucker?
I'm saying anybody that throws it up beyond more than 3 times a game's a chucker. So,
How made you get a game?
That's a good point.
I like our home gym, and I like SHG and even Collinsville, even though it's not a CS8.
Well, good. SHG, we're there next Friday, so maybe you can light it up there. It's a small, not a whole lot of room.
Yeah, I like going down there for some reason.
I mean, but where you like to shoot, there's not a whole lot of room right there.
Yeah.
You like that corner.
I do.
You got about maybe 3 inches there.
Yeah, my feet barely fit in there.
We might as well play at Chester East. That's about the same size.
Yeah.
So, Ed, as the season,
right on top of you.
Yeah, has the season kind of flown by for you? I mean,
it really has. Yeah. Like Tyler said, it just flies by. This 4 years have flown by.
Yeah. You remember when you were a freshman playing, and all of a sudden, boom, you're a senior.
Yeah, I never thought it would come this fast, but it has.
It does, and it only gets faster. I mean, then you kind of look like this guy.
Yeah.
This guy. You got to get a job. And so what are your future plans next year?
Well, obviously college, but some colleges have looked at me. Illinois College has been in contact with me. Lincoln Land has been in contact with me. And I'm considering Lincoln Land.
Really?
Yes.
Close to home, and
yep.
I mean, we got anybody. I mean, we should have all 5 guys going playing somewhere. all the seniors.
Yeah, if they're wanting to play, absolutely.
I mean, we've talked about it. You guys are unselfish. Is that something you guys kind of preach amongst yourselves about how to move the ball, how to be unselfish, or just come natural?
Yeah, like they said, anyone can have a hot hand any given night. So, and we're pretty good about finding that hot hand. And if Tyler had it like last night, then I try to, if it's not a high percentage shot for me, then I try to pass it away for Tyler. And I would want him to do the same thing for me if I was hitting one night.
Well, that's a good answer.
I'm thinking a lot of these guys, if they're playing on any other team where they didn't have such good teammates with them, any of them could be a star on any of those teams.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, we've got some real solid players this year.
And a big reason is why we get so many shots is because of our guards, Joey, Max, Gavin, getting into the lane and kicking. Our percentage of shots goes way up when it comes inside the lane, kick out.
That's good. You got anything for him?
I'm good.
You're good? Well, I don't even know why you're sitting there.
Well,
You asked me to stop by.
Oh, sure.
We've talked to them about how unselfish they are, but as a team they trust each other, and that's a great quality to have. Whenever they trust each other, they know that if I give it up, there's a good chance it's coming back. There's a lot of teams that play as you give it up, it's not coming back to you. So, but these guys trust each other. They've played together forever. And, I said this at the assembly yesterday, that this is 38, 39 years of coaching. And not that we haven't had good teams before, but this is one of the most enjoyable teams that I've had to watch, to coach, because you don't have to pull teeth to get them to make that extra pass. That's something that they do on their own. And this community should be proud of this basketball team, because these kids have worked, and they're quality people. They're good students. They all have the future plans for themselves, and it would be nice to be able to keep them in our community, but it'll be hard to do because of what they want to do. So they're very good at what they do, and above all, they're good basketball players, but they're top quality people.
Well, real quick, Coach, we did this with Max last week. If you could, just kind of give us a little info on each of these guys. Not so much on the court, but what kind of kids these guys are off the court.
Well, I can say everything about each and every one of them, but they're all made, it's like they're out of the same mold. They're all good kids. They all work hard. They're fun to be around. They probably wouldn't have said that after Thursday night, but I threw them out of practice, if you didn't know.
I did not know.
So they had a little chip on their shoulder last night, but you expect things out of them, and you don't have to go back and make sure that it's getting done. If you tell them to do something, the character of these guys is unbelievable. And not just these two. It's all of our kids that are playing, our seniors, our juniors, and that's what makes this thing so enjoyable. And this has been a good ride for the coaching staff as well. It's been a lot of fun, and if I ever had a team that we would want to be rewarded for their work and ethics, or their work ethics over the course of 4 years, this would be a team that I would put a stamp on. That and by being rewarded, I want them to have a good state tournament, because that's basically how we base our program on, is how we do in the state tournament. And we want to get to the state tournament. That's a goal, and I think these guys, one of their goals is by the end of the year here, by February 28th, their goal, the 29th, they want to be ranked number one in the state and finish that at the end of the year, going into the state tournament as the number one ranked team. Now, that doesn't mean that they're the number one ranked team. It's just the media has put a stamp on them that, here you go, here's the target on your back. So, but that's well within the reach. I think what happened with our two losses, we got the one loss at Lanphier, and I think that really busted their balloon. I think they really felt like, they should have won that. We let it get loose, and then we played flat against Central, not taking anything away from Champaign Central, because they are a very good basketball team, but our guys were flat that night after the defeat, and I think it showed. Our two games are right there together, that we got beat. but we're not making excuses. We got to look ahead. You play them one at a time, and tonight's the night we got to be prepared to play Oswego. And you asked me to say whatever, and they're kids that you could take home and raise, and our community, like I said earlier, should be proud of them as our parents are and everyone else. So we like to have the support for them to come out. They've got one home game tonight. Next Friday is our last home game, or 2 weeks from last night. Right. Both games next week are on the road. But they've only got 2 more regular season home games, with senior night being on the February 28th with fan appreciation, autograph night. So hopefully we can get everybody out and help these guys out. But we've said it all along that we have a great program. We got kids that commit, but we also have what we call the sixth man, or our support from our fan base, and it makes it easy for these guys to play every night, come out hard and play. And you go to some places, and most of the time when we're on the road, we have more fans than what our opponent has. So it's really easy to play, and this is a great place to play basketball. It's a great place to coach, and again, for them, I hope it's been a good ride for them, but for the coaching staff and our community, I think it's been they've given them a lot to cheer about over a beautiful winter.
Well, guys, let's get this guy a state championship. He don't have too many years left. He's getting a little
wow.
He's ready to put me in the grave.
I didn't say that. I just get you a walker. But
Coach, you were just ready to go to the state tournament. He's ready to throw you out the door.
We need some more hardware. He doesn't. He's going to retire, and But guys, you guys have been enjoyable to watch this year. It's very fun, and just continue your success, and when you're done with high school, stay in touch, and we'll keep track. We try to keep track of our local athletes that move on to play, and talk to them down the road, guys. So
they're going to be successful. There's no doubt in my mind, because of the type of people, the character, and the work ethic that they all have.
All right. Well, we'll be at Roy S. Anderson tonight. A early tip-off. Well, it's supposed to be anyway. So the JV will tip off at 5, and you guys somewhere around 6:30 if it doesn't go in overtime. The JV, which they tend to do that. So, all right, guys, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with Jake, the furniture guy, Johnston, and Joe, we don't know what he is, Ryan. He's financial or something. He's always doing something different. But stay tuned. We'll be right back here in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Yeah. Busting it out.
Who's singing that?
I got it.
Come through for us a little bit.
We're back.
Nelly? Was that
And
Nelly?
we're back.
That Nelly sings that one?
Yeah, sure.
Jim coming through with some Nelly for us.
Hey, USA beats Russia. Hockey final, 2 overtimes.
A little controversy in that game with a Russian goal waved off. Big deal for the U.S. Way to move on, boys.
It's not the miracle.
Now you ruined it for all the listeners.
Do you believe
They
the
played
miracle?
at like 3 o'clock in the morning, didn't they?
Sorry,
That
guys.
was finished right now.
Sorry.
It's official. It's just now.
Are we on any type of delay?
Now you can do something else. Go out and scoop snow. You don't have to sit around and watch. But
Spoiler alert.
welcome back. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com, streaming live 24/7. We are at BloNo Smoke, located caddy corner from Lincoln College at 413 Keokuk Street here in Lincoln.
Wow.
Stop by, play some pool, watch some TV. Phone them, 732-1717.
Right
We got a phone call coming in.
We got a caller? All right, go ahead.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, it's Mr. Komnick. Hey, Josh, what's
Coach
going on?
Komnick.
Coach Komnick.
Oh, not too much. Just heading to Limestone. Coach Vincent and I are heading up, and the family are going to go watch a few games before we get going at 2:30 today.
Yeah,
Nice.
for the listeners that don't know, you should know, Chester East Lincoln traveling up to Limestone in the state tournament. You have to win today, right, Josh? And if you win today, you play tonight at 6:30.
Correct. Yeah, we've got to win at 2:30 against a team from Rantoul, And in order to get to the Final Four, we've got to win that game. And then if we do win, like you said, we'll play at 6:30 against the winner of, I think, Jacksonville, our Savior, and some other team. I'm not sure. But Joliet Laraway, my trusty assistant, tells me to my right. So we got our hands full.
Isn't Josh the one, Coach Vincent, isn't he the one that helped you with your jump shot when you were in high school?
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah.
Guy was there every step of the way for me, getting that elbow underneath the hand, and I owe a lot to him.
He was a lights-out shooter, and I knew he helped you with your career.
Hey, Josh, if you would, recap for us how you got to this point, starting with your first regional game.
Our first regional game was at Normal Calvary, and we had to play 2 games. We got the first round bye, and that was with the weather, due to all the weather changes and things. We had, we just pushed back games, and really the 8th grade team had about almost 3 weeks off, which really wasn't what I was looking for. It helped one of our guys get healthy, somewhat healthy again, but we won the first game and played West Lincoln Broadwell in the championship, and were able to come away with the win for the regional. And then on Wednesday night, we played East Peoria Robine at Hartsburg and got down early. I think it was a 9-0, 14-4, that kind of thing to start the game. They came out and hit a couple threes on us, and our guys did a real good job of staying composed and doing what we've kind of done all year, and just keep battling. And I was a little worried, not that we couldn't come back from a 10-point lead, but we hadn't been in that situation at all this year. For the most part, we've been ahead and been pretty comfortable. And I was a little worried in the fact that we hadn't been used to doing something like that. But I couldn't have been more proud of the guys. They really did what we asked, and some guys made some big plays down the stretch, hit some big shots, and our defense really stepped up in the second quarter. We gave them 5 points in the second quarter and 2 points in the fourth quarter. So we try to win on defense, and that's what won us the sectional championship.
All right, well, good deal. Joe, you got something here. The wheels are turning.
No, I just want, if you could throw some kids' names out there, your starters, or let's give them a little recognition here about who's doing well, or even all your 8th graders.
I'll give you our 8th graders. It's been really that group that's led us this whole year. They've really worked hard in the off season. They kind of had a bad taste in their mouth and losing the regional championship last year, and those are the guys that have led us. Sam Birnbaum, Josh Vincent, Jordan Jacobs, and Isaiah Bowers have been their rock all year. It hasn't been a real easy season as far as you look at our record. You'd think it would be easy, but with only 4 8th graders and the lack of numbers that we've had to use, these guys have logged almost every second of every game, unless we were up quite a bit in the fourth quarter on some teams. They got a little bit of rest, but all in all, these guys have logged a lot of minutes, and hopefully they've got a few more left in them.
Jacobs, he had a big steal and hit a 3. Was that the turning point of the game? I read that correctly?
Yeah, I think so. He came in, and he's been kind of that way all year. Not a guy that leads us in scoring every night, but he does a lot of the scrappy things. And that's exactly what he did. He went in, the guy had a rebound, kind of ripped it away from him, and stepped back and was wide open. He kind of paused for a couple of seconds, and next thing I see, it's flying in the air, and it goes through the net, and the crowd goes crazy. And then after that, it was we kind of went to our 2 of our horses with Isaiah and Sam. We put them in the block and said, guys are playing man-to-man, go to work. And, they made some big plays. Josh Vincent made some big drives in the third quarter that kind of kept us around. East Peoria Robine was still shooting the ball really well in the third quarter, and some big baskets by our guys that kept us in it, and we were able to pull away.
All right.
So if you one more, I missed this if you said this. So if you actually play for the championship, when will that be?
Oh.
Are you there?
I think I lost you guys.
Hey, you are driving hands-free, right?
Oh, you there?
Can you hear us?
you got Bluetooth on there, Josh? So when you get pulled over on the way to your game? I think we lost him.
We did lose him. Did I miss that? Did he say if they win today and they win tonight, then obviously that's when they play for championship another time, Monday night or something?
Probably like Tuesday, I would imagine, but that's just a guess. The only thing he said was, whoop.
Yep. Whoop, whoop. I've said that before, too.
Well, hopefully he can call back in here. We'll wait to get that connection. But, that's pretty good pretty good success, as our junior high programs, which obviously they all filter into the high school. And we got Josh back on line. Go ahead, Josh. We lost you there. And we lost you again.
And we're not back.
Are you in
And
you must be in a tunnel.
Am I in a tunnel?
He's in the Holland tunnel. You're
what you were saying is right. Not only Chester East Lincoln, but West Lincoln Broadwell was really pushing Chester East all year long. And
could you not hear them?
Oh, he's
No,
on.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
He can't hear me.
All right.
Can I hear you?
We can hear you.
talk louder.
Well,
But anyway, good luck, Josh.
yeah, good luck. You can
Yeah,
hear.
you guys there now?
Oh,
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, we were
and
wondering
he's back.
if you win both the games today, you'll play in the championship. When will that be?
Yeah, as long as we win the first one, we're going to play next Thursday, either for first or second or third or fourth. So obviously we're going for the big dog trophy, but if we want number one first, and that's what we're concentrating on. But yes, if we were to get away with the win in the first game, we'll be playing regardless on Thursday.
Josh, real quick, have you been able to get any info, game tape, scouting report, anything on the team that you're going to be playing today at 2:30?
Oh,
And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
That was a good question.
These things work better if we have people in the studio.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we do what we can with the people here.
Yeah. I'm going to guess they've got a little bit of info on the team they're going to play. I'm sure it's.
I lost you guys.
Yeah, we know.
You back?
You back?
And we're not.
He can't hear us.
Well, we could do this till 5 o'clock at night. But, Josh, if you can hear us, good luck. And then, update us on how you do today. Hopefully you get that big win and keep the ball rolling.
Absolutely.
We need to take another commercial break. We'll be back. We're going to talk some Olympics. We'll try to warm up some things with some baseball talk. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats, 96.3 WLCN online.
Pretty good one.
Vanilla Ice.
Nice job, Jim. So you're coming around. Got off that Nelly
All right.
tune?
Breaks out the Vanilla Ice. late
We're
in the
back.
game.
You're in the cheap seats, 96.3 WLCN online. We are at BloNo Smoke. And we got Coach Comnick, and we're going to try this again, Coach. You there?
Hello?
Hey, that was your
And he just hung up.
That was
That
Jim.
was your
Jim's like,
idea.
I think no.
No, that's it. Comnick, that's it, bud. 3 strikes and you're out.
Oh.
But we'll get an update.
And we're back.
And if if they win, I'll be filling in for him tonight. So we'll give the listeners an update on how he did tonight.
Keep track of
So,
things.
Yeah, keep track of things. So that's pretty exciting. Anytime the kids can enjoy some success like that.
Absolutely.
That's what you like to see. And, congratulations to them. Hopefully
It's good for the community, too, to keep,
Absolutely.
get out and
See if you
support.
can hear them now.
We can hear Jim.
Wowzer.
But Jim's right here. We can
Big voice guy.
let's put Jim on and talk to him.
All right, well, we're having
You're,
having some technical
as we talk about the
difficulties.
community, let's give a shout out there to Gene Hanlon. Gene just
Yeah.
passed away. The Hanlons did a lot of stuff for this community.
Yes, they did.
That started the youth football program. The football field was named after her father-in-law, I believe. She would come every year to our banquets and give away awards. A great family, and they really, they had a lot to do with Lincoln Community Theater, involved a lot in the community. And
My teacher, 7th and 8th grade.
yeah, so a very, very, very nice lady.
This?
So we'll just want to say, thanks to all that she did out there. I know the family's in town, and the visitation was last night.
Yeah,
now.
she's
Oh, okay.
So now we got that. We got the mics all straightened out.
Well, we'll blame that on the basketball kids. They turned it off when they put it back up here. So it's your fault, guys.
Well, we should never have kids around. You know what I mean?
But why we're giving shout-outs to people that were involved in the community, John Welch was, with
Sure.
and the tournament's coming up next week in here in Lincoln.
Yep.
The big annual John Welch shootout, I guess.
Is that what it's called? They changed the name.
Yeah, and he's the one that used to run it and get everything organized. So I think they just, put his name to it, which they should. So
Absolutely.
all right, Josh, you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, and hello.
Hey, you just can't get good reception around Morton, Illinois.
Well, we were trying to give up on you, but you're very consistent.
I'm persistent today. I gotta be.
Yeah. Well, the question we had for you before we got disconnected, Josh, is were you able to get any information, scouting report, video, anything? I know it's probably not as important as it is high school, but do you have any information on this team that you're playing today?
Yeah, we do. It's funny. Coach Vincent and I went all the way down, probably an hour south of Champaign, and to the east. We're almost into Indiana to watch the team that they ended up beating the other night by 2 points. So we made that trip for basically a Denny's supper. But we did get some info on them. Actually, a former Railer, Adam Schonauer, is coaching in the Houston area, and he knew the junior high coach at Houston, and they had played him, got some info from him, and then Coach Vincent got some information from a guy that he knows that they had played him a couple times. So they've got a big kid underneath that can give us some problems. They got a scrappy rebounder that hangs around a lot, and then they've got a couple kids that can shoot it from the outside. So, it could probably be the best team we've played so far, but like I told the guys, when you get to this point, there aren't many 20-point wins come real soon. Every team's going to be pretty comparable, and they're going to be competitive games down to the wire.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck today. No offense, but hopefully we don't see you tonight at the Railer game. That just means
you're right.
That means you won right. and you're playing. So,
if there's one game I want to miss doing the radio for 96.3, it'll be tonight when we're playing at 6:30.
Right, and I'm sure the listeners will want you there too, because I'm your fill-in, and that's probably pretty brutal.
Boy, won't be anybody listening on 96.3 today.
Yeah. So, Josh, good luck. Keep us updated. So we can know how you did throughout the day. I know that's probably the last thing on your mind, but let us know how you did, and tell the kids good luck, and keep it going.
Yeah, sure will, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good luck. You bet. We'll see you.
Bye.
That's Josh Komnick, head coach of your Chester East Lincoln Panthers. I encourage everyone to get up there. It's only probably, a 40-minute drive to Limestone?
Yeah.
It's just
just outside of Peoria.
Yeah, just west of Peoria.
Yeah.
I think. Something like that. So, yeah, hopefully they'll have a good turnout with fans, and, because fans do matter.
It's actually a nice place to watch basketball, so I've been there a couple times. So,
well, hey, let's take our final commercial break. We'll come back. We're going to talk to Jake. He had some exciting things going on last weekend. Some swimming.
Goodness.
I guess he had some floaties on or something.
Do we have any pictures of him?
Yeah.
There's pictures that float around on YouTube,
Instagram.
I think.
So we'll talk about that.
I
know his girls are into swimming, and he's their coach. So we'll talk about that. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats. 96.3 WLCNonline.com.
Now we're backing it up a little bit. She was a little bit of a headbanger.
He's strong today.
Look at him.
I'm proud of him. He is ready for baseball season. That's what it is. He's geared up.
Baseball. Pitchers, catchers met the final group of them last Thursday. A little warm thought for you right there.
Oh,
Jake's wanting to. He's wanting to.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Jake's wanting to pick.
It's because you're a tanner
already.
I love the tan.
You need a spray tan. It's healthier.
It's healthier, is it? I don't even know. Get that stuff in your mouth, you start chewing on it. Oh.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCN Online, where we talk about absolutely nothing and just ramble for an hour.
Well, we have comics saying hello.
Hello.
Well, you know what? We make our listeners feel smart.
That literally ate up about 15
minutes. We had to take a commercial break from him saying hello.
Tell your friends, if you're feeling down on yourself, listen to us for an hour, and you'll feel better about yourself.
You'll feel a lot smarter.
And we'll give you a free pizza from Stuffteria. That's right, folks.
I'm not as dumb as those guys on the radio.
Yeah, and we have a free pizza to give away if you want to call in and answer a question. The question is, Joe?
They won't know it.
They won't know it?
They won't know it.
You give them your question.
Okay, well, if you guys can call in and tell us who won against the USA.
If you can call in and tell us your name.
Yeah. Tell us your name, and then also
For a phone line is not even lighting up.
for a bonus question, who won the between the USA and Russia today in hockey?
They're going to have to give us a score, though, aren't they?
No, just their name and who won.
They're going to have to. We got to make them do something.
Hey,
Well, they
How
have
do we
to,
know if it's really them?
well,
They could tell us a different name.
this is Joe Ryan.
Joe Ryan.
We don't know. I don't know if that's going to work or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. They
you
would feel
guys-
so much better about listening to us, wouldn't
Yeah.
they?
Are you guys
Make
watch any of
everybody
the
smarter.
Olympics, Winter Olympics? Do you guys get into that?
A little bit. I had it on all 4 screens out the store yesterday, and had a friend text me. His daughter just asked him, why is there guys wearing tutus?
Tutus.
And his answer was, it's the Winter Olympics.
I don't think I've seen.
Who has
that.
time to sit around and watch the Olympics?
Wow. This is coming from Joe Ryan.
I do.
I was going to say, it
I'm
must
not
be
gonna
nice.
lie. And right now is the medal standings. Right now, USA we're in third with 13 total medals. The Netherlands and the Russian Federation are tied for first.
You would think Switzerland would be up there a little higher.
You would. You would also. Well, Canada, they've got 12.
They got 5 golds, though.
I don't see Jamaica on here yet.
Ooh.
The bobsledding team, they
Yep,
should be
not seeing
ready
them
to
in
kick
there.
off. But the Winter Olympics not as interesting as the Summer Olympics, obviously, because
You don't think?
there's just I like them, but there's just a lot of.
Why is basketball not in the Winter Olympics?
That's a good question.
It's a winter
Is
sport.
that why you like the Summer Olympics basketball?
Not me.
Me, no, I
Doesn't say. I think the Olympic
He
basketball
likes
is
it
boring.
because of swimming. He's a swimmer now.
I
And that's-
do like the swimming
and
in the Olympics.
He
Let's
was
talk
telling
about
us.
that.
He was telling us a little bit about last week where he was supposed to be on the show, but he didn't inform us that he was in Indianapolis. So he was over there
At the campus of
Ooey Pooey,
Indiana University of Purdue, Indianapolis, Ooey Pooey,
and
their facility there is phenomenal. I mean, it is some of the best in the history of the sport. Both diving and swimming have competed there and practiced and worked there. They've got banners from all of them hanging up there. I mean, it's pretty intense when you walk in. And my daughter competed. It's her first year out. She competed very well, and the whole team had a lot of time drops, which is the big thing. You want time drops from the kids. It's not necessarily competing against the other people. It's competing against your times and whatnot. And lots of time drops, and our Lincoln Aqualinks competed very well. I think we were 13th out of 26 teams, so we were in the top half there.
that was going to be my question. You just stole my thunder. I didn't know if you took your daughter over there personally, or is she a part of a Lincoln swim club?
She's part of the swim club, the Lincoln Aqualinks, and like I said, the whole team competed very well and showed very well. They were, very respectful, of course, of other teams and whatnot. And that whole sport, it's there. I'm getting some scores. I'm getting some updates right now, actually, from the
freight
daughter.
train coming through.
Currently, the daughter's in swim meet in Normal, Illinois. She's big one up there this weekend. I believe the final one of the year, actually.
So you have your daughter. Who else is on this club from Lincoln?
Oh, almost every kid from Lincoln.
No.
Yeah.
Who's in charge?
Oh,
Who's the
every
coach?
kid in Lincoln?
No, almost every kid on the
Because
team
my kid's
is
not swimming.
No, there's a lot of kids. The nice thing about for other kids that aren't in swimming, and our team's expanded unbelievably since the first year. I think 2 years ago was the first year they went to Indianapolis for this big meet. They only had 15 kids. Last year they had 32. This year we had 70. So
all Lincoln?
Yeah.
Or majority?
Majority's Lincoln, yeah. So,
Wow.
it's expanded huge, And the nice thing about it for parents that my kid's they're a basketball player, they're a baseball player. Swimming really pushes you to get in shape, and they are nonstop swimming laps during practices and whatnot. I mean, they put some put some yards on those bodies there. So
Good.
Something we wouldn't be interested in.
no. I told somebody, I said I'd make it about 2 laps and I'd be calling for the lifeguard.
Now, if you could pick any type of swim to do, what would it be? the breaststroke?
For my daughter or for me?
For you.
For me?
Because your daughter, she
backstroke.
does like
The float?
3 of them. The doggy paddle?
Dog paddle, backstroke for
The
me.
floater?
If I was going to try to swim any kind of distance, it'd be backstroke.
Oh,
We never swim with the current, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right.
Yeah,
A little floaty device for
a little
beverages.
arm wings.
Yep.
yeah, I'm more of a floater than a swimmer. You know.
Yeah.
I
In a raft.
No, I like the water.
Cannonball
I get the
type guy.
water.
Cannonball. Yeah. All right. Well,
This way,
that-
sideways.
we're lucky
heck?
we're out of time because that was horrible. We are at BloNo Smoke here at 413 Keokuk Street, caddy corner from Lincoln College, and they've only been in here a couple months. They came in and
Couple
redid the whole
weeks.
place. You want to come up, play some pool? They got a
place
pool
looks
table.
great.
It does.
That's
It
nice.
does. Really nice. They got all kinds of juices, all kinds of pipes or whatever they are, vapor, icing
Utensils.
contraptions.
Contraptions.
We would get
Contraptions.
Dennis on, but we're out of time. But we'll get him on next time. And they've had a steady crowd coming through here.
My goodness.
Certainly have.
Yeah, so he's doing pretty good. If you got any questions for him here at BloNo Smoke, they're open 7 days a week, and you can phone 732-1717.
Call in with your
Nobody,
name.
apparently nobody knows their name because we
A
still
lot
have
of people right now questioning themselves.
Hey, Jake, what's your name?
Jake.
There, you just want a pizza.
Yes.
Well, our time is up. We're going to be at the high school next week in the lobby there because of the
big tournament. Yeah.
big tournament coming up. There's actually 2 tournaments going on. You got the freshman tournament and then the John Welch annual shootout. So
Yep. Good luck to the Railers tonight, and then
Yep.
Thursday night, Josh Comnick and Chester East Lincoln going for
Hopefully.
first place.
Hopefully.
We're going. I'm confident.
I'm confident, but
You guys are ready to put the Railers in the state tournament. I'm ready to put them in the championship
let's do it.
game.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Tune in next week, same time, 9 o'clock. We'll be at the high school. Jake, thanks for stopping in. You know,
Oh yeah.
And give us your time,
I
you
like to
Give us a little bit of your
Joe,
time.
yeah, and your knowledge. So
Goodness gracious.
that's it for us,
It's
and
like
we'll
I've been
see you
gone
next
for a
week.
month.
This was the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com.
Good day.